Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Teresa. I love all things makeup, all things colourful. It's just who I am as a person, so if you want to faff around with makeup, then this might be the channel for you. Today I am testing out a new foundation to me. It is the NYX Bear With Me Blur Foundation. It's nice in that it's an affordable brand, let's be real, I do quite enjoy it, and my general history with NYX's foundation products has always been quite positive. So when this came out I was like, when this comes to Boots I'm gonna have to get it, and guess what guys, it eventually did. So today's video is using this, doing a wear test and seeing what it actually looks like in natural lighting. I'm going to show you what my skin looks like obviously without foundation as well, so you can get a better idea of all of these sort of things. So if you want to see whether or not this foundation is actually worth your money, then this might be the video for you. Do please keep on watching. I mean, gird your loins, friends. It's difficult being this beautiful. Anyways, I figured I'd show you my skin in natural light before we get started, so you have an idea of what it is that we're working with. Obviously, I'm a 32-year-old woman. We have lines, we have wrinkles. They're not awful, but like they're there. I have a couple of blemishes because I am prone to these things called hormones. They're very annoying. I have a little bit of darkness under my eyes. That's what concealer will do. And I will, full transparency, outline that ever since I had tried that fucking awful KVD, I've had real issues with dry skin around my nose. So we'll see how the foundation picks up on that. I won't judge it too harshly. Again, like I said, a couple of blemishes, but it's nothing terribly bad. Like, I don't have any major hyperpigmentation or anything like that. A little bit of pinkness. That's because I'm Irish. Like, we're all slightly pink, I think. Mostly because we're like a boiled ham wrapped in like cling film or cellophane if you're American. So this is what I look like beforehand in the natural lighting, and I will show you guys what the foundation looks like in natural lighting too. I'm pretty darn brave doing my makeup with a white hoodie. I've concealed my spots. I use my NARS. I mean, this is well loved. Like, that it's towards the end of its life. But what we're actually here to do is obviously look at the NYX Bear With Me Blur. Now, I got the shade 01 Pale. I believe it's the lightest. Yeah, you can tell this is new. It's like, I haven't even opened it, so this is proper, like, first impressions. Oh, yeah. So I will see at the same time as you do as to whether or not this is going to be a decent shade match. I think this will work pretty okay, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one half the face with what I would usually use, which is my It Cosmetics Love Is the Foundation brush. Fucking love it. But I also have a damp, like, makeup sponge. I don't want to call it a beauty blender because I don't have a beauty blender. But I'm just going to use my foundation brush first. I'm just kind of trying to make it so that I have all of the product all over the place. And yeah, I mean, you've seen what my skin looked like beforehand. Yeah, this is nice. Is it full coverage? Absolutely not. If you're a full coverage queen, you're not going to enjoy this. Because it is very much like a light sort of tint. Now, that's where I personally like going with my foundations. I like kind of having the whole like matte skin but better, because matte skin, it's trash. No, it's not really trash, it's actually fine, but like, I mean, it's looking okay. I mean, obviously I'd have to buff it out a little bit. I'm seeing streaks, but that's just because it's a foundation brush. It's gonna have those lines from the bristles. Shade match is very good. I usually find if I go for the palest shade, that is what suits me. I like this. This is looking nice. Far improved from the fucking KVD nonsense that I had before. Okay, so that's one half with the foundation brush. Now I'm going to try a makeup sponge. So just gonna coat it like that. Okay, we have it. So do I prefer the sponge? No, I think I still prefer the brush. It's not much of a difference, I'll say. I think probably you use slightly less product with the sponge. What do we think? Do we prefer the brush side or the sponge side? Because I can't really see much of a difference. Which is good, you know. I like it when I have something that's pretty consistent. But I do have a couple of products that like just prefers being like applied with a brush. This is nice. I like this. Okay. I'll just check. How does it look on my nose? I'll zoom you in. So I don't think it's looking too bad around the nose. Like I said, it's been a bit fucked up since I used that KVD one. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Right, I'll finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll show you what it looks like all together. Okay, so I've put on the rest of my makeup and I felt like I put on a lot of blush, but now that I'm under all of these lights, it doesn't look like quite so much. But mind you, lights wash everything out. I feel like this foundation looks very, very nice, particularly when you're considering the price. It hasn't settled in any of the weird dry patches that I've developed because of that dreaded KVD Beauty foundation. I'll link the video down below. Dreadful. But I'm going to zoom you in now so you can have a general idea of what it looks like under these lights. Okay, so you can kind of see here, there isn't any like major issues around the nose, which I thought there actually would be because that's where a lot of my like dry skin at the moment is. It isn't full coverage, it's medium coverage. That's personally how I like it. Let's see how it's settling into those lines. Not too bad actually, not too bad. I mean, the lines are there, they're always going to be there. That's just how it is. So if you want to see how this looks in natural light and then see an overall wear test, that is the rest of the video. That's right, my friends, we are in the presence of the social media influencer's natural born enemy. Natural sunlight. But let's be real, this is the best way to actually see what this foundation actually looks like because all those harsh lights make things look better than they actually are. I like to spend time in bright lights to make myself look better than I actually am. Anyways, we can see what it actually looks like here. I haven't any sort of settling so far in lines. Little bit of dryness there, but that's just because of the skin. But I have to say this is settling pretty nicely. And then when we look at the forehead, that actually is looking pretty decent, I have to say. Like, I'm quite happy with this so far. We'll see how it actually wears throughout the day. Gosh darn you, fringe. One day we're going to have a major fight and I'm going to just chop you off. I'd love to be bald in a way. But anyways, my friends, I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day. I'll let you guys know how it actually wore and what I think of it. So I'm more than halfway through my all-day wear test of this foundation and I gotta say, I think it's looking pretty darn good. It's wearing really, really nicely. I'm going to show you like my general problem areas. So normally I have some issues here around the nose, but I gotta say it's wearing pretty darn well. Don't mind the concealer, it's not great. I'm trying to pan that one. And even in terms of how it's performing in my fine lines around my forehead, I feel like that's not actually too bad at all. So as I said, I'm over halfway through, so about 6+ hours through of wearing this. And it looks almost as good as when I first applied it. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. It's nice. Okay, so I have had this on all day. You can tell because my hair has started to go flat again. And I gotta say, this has worn really, really well. There's not really that much of a change from when I put it on to now. By the way, I haven't done any touch-ups. I've just let it be. I'll show you now. Let's zoom on in. So let's look at those problem areas around the nose. Actually still wearing pretty darn well. I haven't any breakdown in the way that I did with the KVD. It's looking pretty good in those fine lines. There's a little bit here, but again, that's because I've had this on for hours. I was eating, so obviously some foundation came off because I'm messy. And then along the fine lines of my forehead, it actually doesn't look too bad. Pretty impressed. So I've had this on for about, I think about 10, maybe 11 hours, maybe 12, something like that. And I gotta say this has worn really well. I mean, it's broken down a little bit here, but that's because I've been eating. I've like drank so much tea, I've eaten dinner, I've had lunch, the whole thing. This has been a full day wear and I gotta say, it's worn pretty well. Like I'm pretty pleased with this. Like it is a drugstore foundation. I think it looks really nice. Is it my absolute favorite foundation? No, but you know what? Would I go and buy this again? I probably would. I'm quite happy with that. It gives a really, really nice effect. It's not super, super luminous, but it's not like dryingly matte either. It's just a nice kind of in between, and it's super affordable. I got this for like €12 and I had like a discount on as well. So guys, if you like the look of this and if you are intrigued and you have like skin that's similar to mine, normal to a little bit dry, you will enjoy this. I thought this was really, really good. Has anyone else tried it? Let me know what you think down below. So let's actually rate this out of 10. I'm going to give this a solid 9.5 out of 10. Why am I taking the 0.5 off? Although I generally enjoyed this and it wore pretty darn well and hasn't settled into weird points. I don't love that it says blur, like all my pores are still visible. Like why say that it's blur? It does no blur. It doesn't happen. So that kind of, the name slightly miffs me in that like it's not selling something that is true and or accurate. It's a foundation. I still have my pores. It does cover quite a bit of discoloration, not that I have anything major. It's light to medium coverage. I would say you could build this up quite a bit. So if you have, again, skin like mine, you might actually quite enjoy this. So yeah, a solid 9.5 out of 10. I will end up repurchasing this at some point. Yeah, quite happy with it. But my friends, that is it. That is the end of the video and this wear test. I get to go and clean my face now. It's very exciting. But do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you can see more videos, and do please share, because sharing is caring, except of course for STDs, in which case just wrap it up, don't be gross. But that's it, that's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.